Hey, good evening, everyone. So you're probably not seeing this going live. I just wanted to come on here. Now listen, babies, listen, ladies, real quickly. I just want to talk about a few things about cooking and dealing with some nutritional facts, especially on a budget. This is going to just be nutrition 101. So we're going to talk about some peppers here. Excuse my fingernails. This is just me showing a few things and be a 5-minute course here just to explain a few things I want to get out and talk about. This is not a nail show, so we're not going to talk about nails right now. We'll be dealing with those in a little bit, okay? Talking about that later. So right now I just want to show you a few things that I had out, and then I'll come back. I'm going to actually show you a little cooking as well. Okay, so we're going to talk about some bell peppers here, and it's not the name brand. We're going to talk about olive oil, heating up water for tea. We're going to talk about spinach. Okay, so for those of you who are trying to get their mental clarity, ladies, and your mind straight. Okay, so garlic here, garlic. Clove garlic. You can also buy minced garlic, but I would really recommend buying regular clove garlic that's fresh. I'm at family, so right now I'm talking about the clove garlic. So you actually can take this garlic. It does work great to soak it in some water with a little bit of olive oil. Actually, water first and a pinch of sea salt. There's different type of various sea salt. I would say Himalaya sea salt is one of the best. But then you can go ahead and soak it. After you get done soaking for about an hour, what you want to do is go ahead and put a little olive oil. You have the sea salt on it. You're going to want to cut the peppers, bell peppers, and the spinach. Okay, real fine. You're going to want to use, preferably, I would say, a regular, like, cooking knife here, a chef cooking knife or so forth. Mince that down and cut it real fine so that you can then put it into a small boiling pan. And just with a pinch of water, you're going to want to boil it down. Once you boil it down and you're using the fresh spinach, you can use organic. I love Trader Joe's, actually. And I did want to talk about my Shaklee products. So what you could do is take a little bit of Shaklee soy protein. You can mix that in there as well and make that a smoothie if you're using, say, like spinach and kale or spinach. My favorite is spinach, banana, lime, and I think I had a banana. So that's something I'm going to make a smoothie for you guys at some point so you can see how I'm doing that. I'm trying to create a few other smoothies too for sale as well. But with the olive oil and so forth, so once you're mincing, you're getting that down to a small little grill, okay, on a regular like pan, like frying pan like this, because you're going to season the pan. You put some salt, sea salt. And this is prior to ever cooking. I always do the sea salt as well. And you just want to make sure that you're sauteing it at a very low volume, because if you're someone who eats organically and you more are on a plant-based diet and you're not really trying to cook at a high temperature, you're just not into cooking food, and maybe you've been fasting, whether you've done dry fasting, water fasting, or you're doing a liquid diet, it's good to just keep it at a low temperature. Sit that to the side. That's when you can use angel hair if you'd like. Boil your angel hair, and I'm going to say just 10 minutes because that way it's not cooking at a high temperature for too long. Add your spinach with your lightly basted grilled bell peppers with olive oil, and your onions. An onion of choice. Just give me one quick second here. I'm just going to on here for just a second. Is you're just going to want to go ahead and take an onion. So when you mince that onion, actually when you slice it down, okay, you've got the onion. When you slice that onion down and you put that all together, you're then going to take out your angel hair. You're going to lightly rinse it, okay? And you're going to use a strainer. Once you do that, and you have the straining going on, you're then going to add all of your ingredients here, your fresh ingredients, and let that simmer together. Now you can use, I think the best would be diced tomatoes that have either a zest to it, but if you're not into any kind of spice, you can also add a little bit of cinnamon on top of your spaghetti noodles. Okay, you're going to just use a light toss that up, and when you do that, you're then going to use these diced tomatoes, and I would suggest that it has either oregano in it. If you don't have fresh oregano, you can also add a fresh little mint, cut that down, and make sure it's all done when you put them in it, so the spaghetti is all completely done. Fresh mint, or you can also do the tomatoes that are not peeled, but just whole tomatoes that have been sauteed if you don't do them yourself, and have, if not oregano, have maybe ginger attached to it. Even some, if you do it this way, some cilantro, so forth. So you're making that fresh spaghetti. Now, a couple things that you just saw in the background. If you need, there's certain type of peanut butter to buy. This is my favorite brand, but I'm at family's house. So saying just about peanut butter. Some people will use a different noodle. I prefer not to use something like this. It's macaroni. I really don't prefer to do that. Regular macaroni and cheese. I prefer to use angel hair. And the wheat has some kind of sugar in it, so I wouldn't suggest that, but the angel hair does work the best. Preferably use any type of, and if you're not able to afford, at this time, like Arrowhead or spring water, get your bottled water and use that to boil your angel hair. You can actually probably make about 2 pounds of spaghetti. It would last up to 3 days. You would just do it every other day. I also have my water here. If you're not, there's also coffee if you're drinking coffee or so forth. Coffee, I am going to talk to you about coffee. There are other ways to add spices into coffee, so you're not just getting caffeine and it's not just coffee. But if you are a single mother, if you are a mother has children, and you're looking to do better with your budgeting and diet and nutrition, this is a healthy meal. And then we'll talk more about herbs and minerals and vitamins and so forth. But right now I'm just doing a short video here. I just wanted to talk to you about that. But the best tea too, you can also boil water and make a turmeric coconut milk tea, which is great for the stomach. It's great for inflammation. If you've ever had the flu, if you've ever had inflammation, if you have any anxiety, stress this time of the year, things that may be going on in the world that are affecting your mind, and you need that clarity, ladies, that's what you want to do, is boil down that water and get yourself some turmeric to put in it. Also, cinnamon works good with turmeric, and it can be Chinese turmeric. It can be Mediterranean turmeric. And so that's just the short clip today. Just want to hope you guys have a great weekend. Now, I was talking earlier on my one video about the new year of 2019. It's time to level up in mental clarity. We're going to talk about nutrition. We're going to talk about health on a different level. We're going to talk about all these other issues that concern all ladies. But I do want to say, for me, I do really follow the Hebrew months as far as like the new year isn't yet, but technically Gregoric calendar, yeah, it says January was 2019. So, okay, that's fine too in some ways, in business, and talking about traveling and talking about conferences and so forth, which I hope will be in an area near you, and we may meet. But as far as like just thinking about different times of the year, I wouldn't necessarily say this is the beginning of the year. So with that being said, sometimes certain fruits and vegetables, certain things that we eat at certain times are not really conducive for our body. So our body is just not able to really digest. And that's because it's the time of the year. Maybe different than the way the U.S. looks at time of the year. Different parts of the world look at the certain times of the year, with whether it's winter, spring, fall, or summer. And so your body isn't able to produce things the same way. But I just want to say this is great, because look at this here. You've got all different peppers. You've got orange peppers, red peppers, yellow peppers. They are great to just snack on, just like that. So with that being said, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and upload this video. There'll be several of them tonight. I'm just going to kind of say a few different things about different areas that I want to talk about. Always look on the back. And the reason why I say look at the back is because it kind of gets you used to looking for not corn syrup. You do not want to be eating corn syrup ever if you can help. If you're going to eat corn syrup, it should be maple syrup you're eating if you can on your pancakes. That's something else I want to talk about. Pancakes that I've made that I'm going to share with you guys too. It'll probably be next weekend on that. All right. And I'll probably be using, just showing you a short clip about that. But again, the products that I'm also sharing with you, you can email me at healthybeautygg, all lowercase, at gmail.com. You can also follow me on LinkedIn. You can also email me if you want to do a Skype chat at some point starting next month. You're interested in receiving an article. I do have free articles and nutritional magazines, but the catalogs, there is a charge for those, also for the upcoming video as well, that's going to explain to you the whole year on how to maintain your wellness and so forth, and that's your mental clarity first. And all right, you guys, if you have any other questions or you want to talk, you have a conference you'd like